All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining us today. We had a little bit of a troubleshooting issues. If you don't realize, we are in a completely brand new background because actually we are in Japan right now, and so I figured I'd get live really quick to go through a couple different updates because there is a lot that has happened, as you probably have seen already in the past like, I guess, what, 24 hours, I guess. So we're going to get into it. But the first thing we are going to get into is this brand new 2024 Tesla Model 3 Project Highland refresh on the cusp. Is it real? Is it not? We'll talk about what we've seen so far, what we know, and I want to hear your thoughts on it as well. So if you're just joining in, thank you. My name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there that has the list of credit unions that have interest rates all lower than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, actually Jonathan King. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for joining and scheduling that call with me earlier today. So thank you for the support. And if, or actually, Jonathan Cook, thank you. Sorry about that. But if you want to check it out, if you want to support it, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, so let's test a couple things. All right, perfect. So the chat's working as well. So let us jump into this. Okay, so there's a black box here. We'll just hide it or something. But yeah, okay, so if you didn't notice, if you didn't know what's going on Tesla Twitter right now, there is a bunch of spy shots that just got released. It seems like this is potentially the new Model 3 refresh that is supposedly coming out. I mean, if we take a look at what do we know right here? Like, there's a bunch of different things that are much different than what the current platform is that we can spot off right off the bat. This front bumper, like 100%, that is different. I mean, there's a ton of bugs on the front of it as well, so I'm not even sure this is, I mean, if me being a skeptic, I'm not even sure this is really going to be the refresh, because like how dirty, or maybe it's because of the testing they've done with all the bugs and everything. But right off the bat, new headlights, completely different. New rims also on top of that, completely different. This bumper, there's no parking sensors, you know, that's right in line with the MO. No side cameras as well, right? Like a couple people have noticed that from the get-go. So it looks like here's another post from Eric to Eric. Model 3 is going to look a lot more than the Model S and X. Here's it side by side. I mean, I definitely like how much of this is a progress and almost roadster, right? Like it definitely looks like more like a Tesla Roadster than really a Model 3. Now the Model 3 just seems like a flat rounded type of vehicle, and this just looks really sleek, right? So if this is coming out this year, that is going to be insane, because we've got some, you know, rumors speculating that the Model 3 refresh is supposed to be a this year time frame, and I'll show you exactly where people have talked about it as well. But the biggest thing with this, striking headlight design, very, very aggressive. There's really no other things that we have spotted from, but let me know if you've seen other things out there on the internet. But here we go. Updated front end from Electrico, redesigned headlights, new sport wheels, and curved dash, question mark. So you can see right here, there's a little curvature, kind of like how the Model S and Model X kind of are on the, you know, their interior. So that could be very, very interesting if this actually is real and if it actually is coming out. But here's another one, inside EVs. They've also talked about, but a lot of people are kind of skeptics, like I am, right? Like a little bit on the fence on both sides. Is this actually a real thing, or is it actually just some sort of really good Photoshop or something of that in that nature? Because, you know, people like, you know, messing around and posting things like this on the internet, and so this could easily be some sort of fake Photoshop at the end of the day as well. But fingers crossed. I mean, I would love to see Tesla come out with something like this. I think it would be pretty badass, I would say, at the end of the day, if this is actually real coming out of the gate for this year. But this is what we know, right? We know the Tesla Model 3 project refresh is supposed to be coming out this year, maybe even quarter 3, quarter 4. What we gather is from Reuters They posted an exclusive like almost 3-4 months ago on November 29, 2022, and this is their exclusive from some sources within Tesla that there's some sort of refresh for the Model 3 and also the Model Y called Project Juniper next year. So this could actually be coming out, but the rumor is that Tesla Shanghai Gigafactory will put the redesigned Model 3 into production in the third quarter of 2023. So that's not too long from now, right? I mean, that's coming up pretty close. So, if you are buying a Tesla Model 3 right now, or you've got a pending order and if you do not need a vehicle, I would kind of say just wait. You might as well just wait it out, because quarter three is not that long ago. I know, I certainly understand, the excitement of getting a new car. You want the latest and greatest. You want a vehicle to get into it because maybe you're using your vehicle for whatever reason. But if you don't need a vehicle, if you can wait it out, like as much as these prices, they're going to get super tempting in these next few months leading up to Highland, because Tesla's got a problem right now. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Tesla's got a problem with overstockness. They've got a good amount of vehicles in inventory. And so Tesla will decide at some point to really just put these vehicles on clearance, fire sale, and they are going to drop the prices, because especially with the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, Model 3 standard range, it does not qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit. It only qualifies for half of it, down to $3,750. So they are definitely going to put the clearance button on the vehicles at the end of the day. But there's a side camera in that leak pic if you look close. Okay, so there's a side camera there. Very nice. Okay, yeah. So a bunch of different things that we can pull from this. I mean, if anything, if it's even close to this, it'd be pretty sick, because a lot of this looks kind of the same. It's really just the headlights that just stick out like crazy, right? Like that looks like Tesla Roadster 100,000%. But we're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks that I have all have lower than Tesla's financing rate. So save yourself some money, and lower your Tesla financing, or lower your financing rate on your Tesla. And as an added benefit, I respond to all direct messages or questions in the comments in the Patreon app. So if you want to submit a question to me and get some feedback on whatever about buying a Tesla, then I can definitely help you out. But definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But I mean, crazy stuff. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? I want to hear from you. Or do you think, who cares if it's real or fake? At the end of the day, it's a lot of excitement for the Model 3, because the Model 3 needs some love right now. That's for sure, because there's a good amount of inventory. But let's jump into the next comment, but after this water break. Thanks for